Someone's asking, do you think is it true that Moniece is pregnant?
Hey y'all, welcome to Reality TV. Thanks for tuning in. Now let's get to this tea. Moniece Slaughter's parents don't think she's pregnant. Her mom said if she is, it's not a good thing considering that she's in the same position with this child's father as she was with physicality during her first pregnancy. The first half of this video, they talk about their relationship with Moniece, and the second half, they will tell why they think she's faking it. I will put a timestamp in the description for those who want to get straight to the tea. Now, before we get into this video, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and enjoy.
Okay, somebody's asking me, I have a question. Are you and Mo going to get back on good terms? Just asking. And that's a fair question to ask, and it's only strictly up to Moniece. My odds with Moniece is not Marla's odds with Moniece, it's Moniece's odds with me. So it would have to be, if Moniece is wanting to do what's necessary for herself for us to be back in the relationship. Because what I'm asking doesn't have anything to do with me. She doesn't have to do anything for me, but yeah, it's up to her. I hope that answers your question, black girls rocking on. My daughter has 3 kids, a 2-year-old, a set of twins, a 5-month-old girls, and she doesn't want them anymore. She's suffering from postpartum and also bipolar, so the kids are left on me to take care of. First of all, I'm so sorry to hear that, Anitra, and I know what kind of a burden that is, but I think that, God gives us all, honestly, the strength to do what it is that we need to do in any and every given situation. And so clearly, it sounds crazy, but she put that in your life. God allowed you to be that person in her life that could actually be there for those kids. Dave, here's a question for you. How's the relationship with you and Moniece?
Right now, Moniece has cut me off, so she said that she blocked me from all of her being able to contact her. She's an adult. She's welcome to that.
It's the picture on the desk.
Part of our Marla has kind of been talking about it. Part of our issue is always the fact that our kids know that they are loved. Our kids know that we have loved them and continue to love them. But they also know that we expect certain levels of behavior. And whenever you mistreat somebody, the fastest way back is to just say, I'm sorry. And it resets. And then we deal with it as if, we're back to normal immediately. And that's why I think Marla was saying, for us to be back on good terms with Moniece, it's just up to her. I'm not out of good terms or out of relationship with Moniece. I still love her just as much.
Do you and Dave still go on dates? That's an interesting question. I would say that we do, but our lifestyles are abstract. Dave is an entertainer, as you know. He's a musician who's a member of Take 6. And so before COVID, we kind of took every day as a day to just do what the hell we wanted on some level when he was in town. Mm-hmm. So we would go to eat. We would,
We just hung out together.
We would hang out often. Now we're stuck in the house. And
I was thinking about that today myself. I think I've become COVID lazy.
Yeah.
You just don't even think of going out as an option.
Yeah, it's true. Last night Dave made little snacks for the Super Bowl. And by the time 6:30 rolled around, I was like, forget it, I'm ordering a burger. And just had them DoorDash it to me. I'm not even leaving my room. Just DoorDash it to me, and then somebody put it on a tray and pulley it up to my window. Get it off the balcony. It's bad. Let's see.
But I will say I did want to get better at that and get it kicked in again.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. They said Tyrese's mother just passed away. That's awful. That's so funny. I was just asking about him the other day. I mentioned him and said, that's interesting. I haven't heard a thing from Tyrese, which to me, when you're having a mental health, which he admittedly was, I applaud people who will not just keep operating in the same space, but that take a break. Like, and it's harder to do when you're an entertainer because you're dealing with people's expectations of you being present for them. Well, he's tripping.
It's crazy out here in these streets. But yes, I agree. And all of these moments, and again, our condolences
Tyrese's
to
mom.
the family. But all of these moments also increase the pressure on all of our mental health. At first, I was thinking about, speaking of that, I was thinking about, am I just slightly COVID depressed? Or am I just low after, the buildup of anxiety going down to Huntsville, losing my dad, which, was weird to even feel because in the middle of that, we were dealing with potentially losing mom as well to COVID. So, we were in a real fight. So, and all of those moments are traumatic. If you really think about it. And, whether you spend some time going through it emotionally and dealing with it, it's going to be dealt with inside of your body in some form and fashion. And you would hope that you find a healthy way to deal with those things. And that's why we always say, you can contact lovingbeyondreason.org or NAMI. There are always local NAMI chapters near you to find resources to help you, just check up on your mental wellness. It's not always about being diagnosed with a mental illness, though a lot of people are. And the pandemic has only made it worse. That could be even obvious in our own family. But like Marla said, when it's all said and done, God gives us what we can handle. And we put on the armor and we go to work.
Hold on, let me see if there's some more questions here. Hey, India. Thank you. Love you back.
We are tripping.
Yep. I'm not sure if that's a question or a statement, Gail. My daughter and her father are not getting along and putting me in the middle. Well, I know this is going to sound crazy, but the one thing I learned a long time ago is you allow yourself to be in the middle. No one can put you anywhere. The quicker that we can learn healthy boundaries in relationships, the better all our relationships will be. And that's real talk. We reference Moniece because we're in turmoil right now, but this position that I'm in for the first time in Moniece and I's relationship is one of a hard boundary on my part, to just refuse to just continue to just accept the same behaviors. Hey, you feel me? You feel me? All right, well, we're almost again at the studio and the day has almost died in the west. Does it feel like that the sun is going down slower this time? Like, I feel like by now it should at least be light at 6 o'clock.
Well, days are getting longer. That's what you mean.
And I don't even know what all this traffic is doing on a Valentine's Day Monday. Get out of here. How often do we get COVID tested? This is the longest period since we've had COVID and fully recovered by confirming our PCR test that we haven't been tested. But David and I had a habit of being tested every 7 to 10 days. As a matter of fact, I'll be taking a COVID test next week for sure. But we continue to be tested despite vaccinations, despite having had and recovered from COVID, we are testing machines, and we will be on live this week with Dr. Brown as well. Okay, well, you guys got 5 more minutes. I'm shutting you down. 5 more minutes of Q&A, direct Q&A from David and I. It is the day today that everyone focuses on love. Somebody asked a question. Somebody's question is, can your mental health affect your physicality? And the answer to that is absolutely, for sure. It is directly affected to
changes in weight.
Yeah, how you feel. Let me fix this. We can't do this. It's too dark. We can't do that. Hold on. Get another one. Somebody was asking. We don't know. To be honest with you, David and I are the squarest Hollywood couple you'll ever know. You know, we have real friends and associates in the industry, and it's not that many. But other than that, we just don't keep up. I can't remember the last time I watched like an Entertainment Tonight type show, which is never.
Nope.
We're tennis fanatics. You know, Dave probably has more industry interaction than I do, but for me, the only 2 people that I talk to on a regular basis who are industry connected and industry noted are Layla and Brandy. That's it. So despite the fact that we're in the midst of it all, and it may seem to you that everything hot off the press, we're like, oh, we heard about that. We haven't. I'll let you answer this, Dave. Someone's asking, do you think is it true that Moniece is pregnant?
I don't think that Moniece is pregnant. Moniece has been saying she was pregnant for quite some time.
Since September.
At this point, she should be almost,
seven months. Yeah.
She doesn't seem like she's 7 months pregnant to me, but that doesn't mean that she isn't. Only time will actually tell.
Right. And that's what I said earlier on my walk. You know, for us, that question, neither one of us believe that based on, evidences that we've encountered. However, it's sad no matter what. That's kind of how I see it. I think that, for Moniece to put herself in this situation, is sad because either one of the 2 options aren't good. To fabricate a pregnancy and then fabricate a loss is bad. To actually, in Moniece's state of mind and her own state of mind, to have a baby would also be tragic at this point in Moniece's life. In the same foolishness and mess that she had herself in the last time. Meaning, you're already at odds with who you're pointing the finger at to be the father, if there were a baby. So, we just pray for that situation because it's just lose-lose as far as Dave and I are concerned. All right, well, I told you that it was going to either get dark or I was going to get off of here. And it's getting to be both. And I gave you 5 minutes and you have 2 minutes left. And God says he's going to turn the lights off on us. Period. Here's the question. As a mother, do you feel that there's anything that you could have done different to change the relationship with Mo? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. You know what? I take it back. That's not true. That's not a true statement. Well, it is true, but it's true in this way. I didn't find out what the depth of Moniece's, what she was struggling with her mental health, until way later down the road. Now, when we saw differences that warranted, when Moniece was 4th grade, we had Moniece in therapy, but even then the diagnosis didn't really fit what we were experiencing and seeing as parents.
And the therapy didn't seem to be effective.
Correct. But once we understood what it was, when the diagnosis happened, she was 21, And it made perfect sense. For the first time, we were like, oh, this makes perfect sense. Nothing else. We tried to just be okay with what we were being told, but nothing else was really fitting until that moment.